Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn chapter 4, pair of linear equations. First, let us see what is a linear equation. The definition of linear equation is that an equation which highest degree is 1. Means in an equation, if you are observing the highest degree as 1, then we can call that equation as a linear equation. Example, 2y plus 10 is equals to 0. It is a linear equation in two variables. Next 3y, okay, it may be any variable. 3x minus 5 is equals to 0. It is also linear equation in one variable. But our chapter is pair. Pair of linear equations means we are having two variables. Why? Because we need to take two linear equations. So first, pair of linear equations in two variables. It's not in one variable. In this chapter, we are going to learn about two variables. So let us see that. So this is about the linear equation. So first, linear equation in two variables. Linear equation in two variables. Let us see what is the linear equation in two variables. So any linear equation in two variables can be expressed. This is the standard form of expressing ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. See, if you observe here, the variables are x and y. The variables are x and y whose highest degree is 1. So this can be expressed as, this is the standard form of the linear equation in two variables. So this can be expressed as, example, I can take it as 7x minus 6y plus 5 is equals to 0. Where a value is 7, b value is minus 6 and c value is 5. So this is linear equation in two variables whose standard form is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So in this chapter we are going to learn pair of linear equations. Pair of linear equations means we have to take two linear equations. It's not one, we have to take two linear equations. So how we can define the standard form here? Ax1 plus by1 plus c1 is equals to 0. a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. So these two are called the standard forms of the linear equations in two variables, and we are taking two pairs. Means pair of linear equation in two variables. So this can be the standard form. a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. Now, let us see the solution of the linear equation. Solution of a linear equation. Observe here clearly. For example, let me give a linear equation 7x minus 3y plus 5 is equals to 0. This is the linear equation. If x is, if 2 is a solution, if he is saying that check 2 is a solution or not. So he is asking a question that whether 2 is a solution or not. It means we can say particular number is a solution for the linear equation if we are substituting in place of that variable 2, then we have to get the answer. So here only 2, but there are two variables x and y. So instead of here 2 is a solution of linear equation or not, means here we have a confusion whether to take x value as 2 or y value as 2. So let us put 2 comma 2. Check 2 comma 2 as the solution of the above linear equation or not. Here 2 comma 2 indicates that x value is 2 and y value is also 2. So let me take here 7 into 2 minus 3 into 2 plus 5. 7 to 14 minus 6 plus 5, 8 plus 5, which is 13. So I have to get, actually 0 is the answer, but I am getting 13, which is not equal to 0. Therefore 2 comma 2 is not a solution of the above linear equation. So this is the way of finding the solution of a linear equation. Now let us see the another concept here. See, in the previous classes we have learned about linear equation in one variable. In our 9th standard we have learned. So linear equation in one variable. So in this chapter we have drawn the graphs like this. You might have remembered the graphs. So by taking any 2 points, by substituting, for example, this is the linear equation 3x plus 4y minus 2 is equals to 0. So in this linear equation, if x is 2, y value will get, if x is 3, y value will get like that. We have taken 2 points and we have plotted like this, and we have drawn the linear equation. Similar manner, in this chapter, instead of one variable, what is there? 2 variables is there. Means how many lines we are going to get? 2 lines we are going to get. So obviously we are going to get 2 lines, and moreover he is going to give in the exam question also 2 equations. 2 equations have been given. So here also 2 points we are going to get, here also 2 points we are going to get. Here we are going to get 1 line, here we are going to get another line. So we are going to get 2 lines on the graph sheet. So how these lines will be? Let us examine these lines. So totally 3 cases are possible, first, second and third. The first line, it may be intersecting lines. The first, it may be intersecting lines. Second, it may be parallel lines. The 2 lines may be parallel. The third, it may be coincident lines. So totally 3 cases are possible: intersecting lines, parallel lines and coincident lines. So we know what is intersecting lines. So these 2 are parallel lines. If I am drawing a line like this, so let us suppose this is L1, L2, L3 lines. So L1 and L2 are parallel lines, L2 and L3 are intersecting lines, L1 and L3 are also intersecting lines. Coincident lines, if I am drawing like this, here L4. So L2 and L4 are called as coincident lines. So these are the 3 lines we are going to learn in this chapter: intersecting lines, parallel lines and coincident lines. Now let us see this by using the conditions. What conditions we can guess that they are parallel, coincident are? Okay, there are few conditions. Let me mention the conditions first. See, I have said that standard linear equations are a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So in this, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the lines will be intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. So lines are intersecting lines, and let me write all the points about this. So the lines are intersecting lines, and we are going to get a unique solution. What is the meaning of unique solution? 2 intersecting lines will meet at only one point. That's why we are going to call it as unique solution. The other name for this, we can call it as consistent. The solution will be consistent. So in the examination point of view, he may ask intersecting lines or unique solution or consistent. 3 names indicate the same identity, that is a1 by a2 must not be equal to b1 by b2. If they are not equal, we can obtain the intersecting lines, unique solution and consistent. Next, second condition here. If A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2, which is not equals to C1 by C2. So if this is the case, then we can say that the lines are parallel. Then the lines are parallel lines and no solution at all. Why? Because there is no meeting point among these two lines. Why? Because two parallel lines, if you see, do you find any common point in this? There is no common point at all. For that reason, we can call it as a no solution, and we can call it as inconsistent. Previously, we are saying it as a consistent, right? Now, this time we have to call it as a inconsistent. So, this is about the condition for parallel lines. So, these three are also very important. We have to remember the three names. In the examination point of view, you may ask parallel lines, no solution, inconsistent. The three also uses the same concept. A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2, not equals to C1 by C2. Now, third one, if A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2, then we are going to call the lines are coincident lines. Coincident lines. So we have, coming to the number of solutions, we are going to have infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. And we will call it as a consistent only. In sometimes he may call it as dependent also. So remember these two names, consistent or dependent. But here we are going to have infinitely many solutions. What is the meaning of infinitely many solutions here? For example, on a line, if another line is coming, on a line, if another line is coming, then we can say that many number of solutions are going to get. Why? Because every point will be the solution of the given line. So how many solutions we are going to obtain? Infinite number of solutions we are going to obtain. That we can call it as a consistent or dependent. The first one will be the coincident lines. Now, let me explain you by taking some examples how these conditions are applicable. So first, the question type it may be like this: check whether 2x plus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0, 8x minus 6y plus 2 is equal to 0 are consistent or inconsistent. Means is asking to check whether they are consistent or inconsistent. So to check whether they are consistent or inconsistent, first let me write the given linear equations procedure. Given equations. What are the given equations in this here? 2x plus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. 8x minus 6y plus 2 is equal to 0. These are the two linear equations. A1 is 2, B1 is 3 and C1 is minus 7. A2 8 and B2 is minus 6, C2 is 2. So I got A1 value, B1 value, C1 value, A2, B2, C2. Now first let me write what is the A1 by A2 answer. Separately we need to find out here. A1 by A2 answer will be 2 by 8, which is 1 by 4. Next, B1 by B2 answer 3 by minus 6, which is minus 1 by 2. And C1 by C2 answer minus 7 by 2, which we cannot cancel. So if you observe here A1 by A2, first condition we have to check whether A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. If you observe here it is 1 by 4, here it is 1 by 2. So we can say that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Since A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, we can say that the above lines are consistent. The above lines are consistent. Now let us see another question based on this. Second question. Find the value of k pair of equations if pair of equations 4x plus py plus 8 is equals to 0, comma 2x plus 2y plus 2 is equals to 0 has unique solution. Has a unique solution. See here, in the question is clearly mentioning that it is a unique solution. So whenever it is mentioning unique solution, we have to think about the condition. The condition is a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. So here given lines 4x plus py plus 8 is equals to 0. Given lines 4x plus py plus 8 is equals to 0, comma 2x plus 2y plus 2 is equals to 0. A1 is 4, B1 is P, and C1 is 8. A2 is 2, B2 is 2, and C2 is also 2. So first we have to check that we have already clearly mentioned that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 in the question. Why? Because it is mentioning unique solution. So we have used the condition A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. If A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, let me substitute the values. So 4 by 2 is not equal to P by 2. P by 2. So 2 1s, 2 2s, that implies 2 2s are 4. 4 is not equal to P. Means except for P is equal to 4, remaining all will be the solutions of the equation. So P is not equal to 4 will be the value. Except for remaining all values will be satisfied for the given equation. So this manner we need to find out in the examination point of view. These two questions whatever I asked are important. Next, let us see another question, example 16. For what value of k has infinitely many solutions? Has infinitely many solutions. So what are the given equations here? Kx plus 3y minus of k minus 3 is equals to 0. 12x plus ky minus k is equals to 0. Having the infinitely many solutions. Now let me write what is a1 value here. A1 is k. A1 is nothing but the coefficient of x. Okay, written. B1 is 3 and C1 will be the rest. That is minus of k minus 3 will be C1. Next A2 is 12 and B2 is k. C2 will be minus k. The rest of the term will come under C. I have given with A1, B1. So in the question is clearly mentioning infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions means the condition is A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2. So this is the condition to be remembered. So let me substitute the values in this. We are going to get k by 12 is equals to 3 by k is equals to minus of k minus 3 by minus k. So I can do cross multiplication of these two, or else if we multiply these two or cross multiplication also will get the answer. Let me take this. K into k will become k square is equal to 36. 12 3 is 36. K value will be 6. So that we obtain the k value as 6.